And we are underway for the Monaco Grand Prix. And who is going to get the jump into the first corner? Is it going to be Kuba or Mackenzie? And it looks like it's going to be Mackenzie around the outside who takes the lead away. Kuba, who has to back off and let his Mercedes teammate through. No, Franco Gamma. Oh, Franco Gamma. His car is completely destroyed, and unfortunately his bad luck continues as the Caterham that all goes into the wall and goes right in front of the Salvos. Rick Yad has gone down the escape road as we now look at Florian Volker making his first pit stop of the race for Ferrari. As we're looking as Federico Trina comes out ahead of Florian Volker, I should say, as Volker, who actually made a pass on the glaze with that 34 seconds. That is crazy. How has Mackenzie managed to get such a gap? I don't really understand. That is no, and that's Roman Quagg. I thought I saw a car going into the wall into the background, and Roman Quagg, who'd won the last two races. Oh no, Miguel Escal's out. Miguel Escal is out of the race. I was wondering what he was doing with the steering wheel there, but he is out of the race. As you see coming through, I don't know what he was thinking there, Southgate. He really didn't need to do that because he was a lap down. And oh, there's contact, and Kuba's been collected, and Ionescu, and he's been hit, and he's out. Ionescu's out, and I think is the Marussia out as well? I'm not sure. No, I think he's just lost his front wing. And oh my word, two title contenders, Kuba and Ionescu, are out. Ionescu's struggling to get past Kuba for 36 laps. It was the wheel by the looks of it, and yep, right there was the contact, and there goes the wing. Now we're looking at more traffic being battled as the two Lotuses going around, and oh, one of them's gone into the wall, and I think that was David Greenwood who went into the wall there, and he's been collected by someone, and he's collected Vedrina with him, and Vedrina is out of the race. And Jay Mackenzie, who's just about slotting his way through there as he comes through. And oh, he's lost the front wing. Mackenzie's lost his front wing as well. So Jamie Mackenzie's going to have to go into the pits to pit for a new front wing. Here is Volker on the inside of Willows, and he makes it up into P3, and so that is for position. Noel Parkinson goes wide, and surely that's Volker's chance. And he's done it. He's up into P2. Another fantastic move by the German driver, and he moves up into second position. And it's Jay Mackenzie. Jay Mackenzie, the leader, has suffered a transmission failure. Oh my word, another mechanical failure. Unbelievable scenes. See where he comes out onto the track. So it looks like going to be some great points for Julius Anderson in his first season in the OC. Oh, there's a major crash, and that is Franco Lopez in the Marussia. So he is not going to be getting any points today. And that is in a very, very dangerous position. His car is now getting pushed away, but there'll be yellow flags out there for sure. And then, oh no, Willows! Oh, quite incredibly, Joseph Willows has hit Franco Lopez's stranded car coming into the corner. And he is out of the race. Unbelievable. And oh, De Rosa's got a problem. And Kurosa De Rosa is out of the race. And oh, there's contact there. And what's happening? Oh, Armor Car's out. And there we go. Armor Car is out of the race. Oh, dear me. And he's parked right in the middle of the road. That is the worst place possible that you could park. And Florian Volker takes his first victory of the season and his first for Ferrari in Monaco. Congratulations to him. What a race to win as well. Julius Anderson for Caterham in his first season in the top tier is set to take third position for Caterham Monaco. Well done to him. What a race. Unbelievable scenes. And the lights are out, and we're underway, and Niri Mata seems to have got a good start in first place. Sontag's not made a great start, although the Red Bull of Volker is trying to squeeze through there, but he hasn't. Sontag has kept third place, or has he? As now the Ferrari comes through, and there was a bit of contact there at the back, and Holtz has gone over wide, and Mata's nearly gone into the Ferrari there, and there's a stack up, and there's debris flying everywhere. At the first chicane, something has happened at the back. As we look at Willows Kuba, and Ionescu's missing debris. As we look at George Roque coming through, anyone else? Ricky Farquharson, Armand Carr, Thompson, and there's a couple of other cars I think involved as well. That is Ricky Farquharson, and Ricky Farquharson has gone off. I think he's either gone off on his own accord, or he's been hit by someone. And oh my word, and that is Waze Kuba, whose car is completely destroyed. There's debris everywhere. There's been a major accident at the Ascara chicane. So Kuba was trying to get past Willows, and Willows forced him out a little bit, you could say. And they did make contact, and Kuba spun, and so did Willows. They both spun on the track, and Volker hit him, and then, oh my word, is he going to take 6th place? And the answer is he? But he goes a little bit wide, and oh no, he's gone wide, and he's going to lose it, is he or not? He comes back on the track, there's a Williams who's gone wide. And now the Caterham of Quagg has come through, and he's now right behind 7th place. Wolf is in 8th, as Glazebrook is now battling with Moitin for 9th place as they head through Curva Grande. And oh, that was why. So Holtz actually went wide. He braked too late, and he got a bad run out of the first chicane, and then heading towards the Curva Grande, Yuri Mata just went alongside and took the lead off him. And there was Gal, who was right behind him there, trying to make a move, and I believe, did he make it stick? As we look on board, and Marta really pushing him out, a bit like what Vettel did with Alonso in 2012, and oh, that's why. So Gal had made a stick, but Holst was going to make sure that he didn't, and Mackenzie went onto the gravel, and Gal is on the inside, and he makes it stick as Holst goes a little bit wide, but he keeps it on the track. But now he's got Southgate right behind him, and Southgate's going to take advantage straight away, and he moves up into third place, so Holst loses 2 positions in 2 laps. And oh, Mackenzie goes wide in the background, coming into the first Lesmo. Now Gamba's right behind De Rossi, who's got so much speed and so much slipstream, he's surely just going to steam right past him. And he makes a move for 7th place, and he now makes it. Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't make it stick. Oh, and that is, oh, there was nearly contact there. Oh, and I thought Gamba had done it there, and he has blown it, and Sontag nearly makes contact with the Virgin there. There's a car gone off. Coming round, I think that is into the Parabolica, and that is De Rossa, and he is out of this race, as now Gal is right behind Marta coming on the straight. Marta's not exactly making it easy for him, but Gal surely is going to have this move done before the first chicane. It's side by side, and Gal, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it stick? Is he going to lock up? Who knows what's going to happen? We don't know. But Marta, just about gives up the place, but he'll try and hold on to his tail, and he's still, I think, going to go for it. It's not going to end well, and I mean, you could just see that coming. And Moichin and Karov collide. I mean, I could just literally tell that was going to come a mile off. And oh, now Southgate is out of the race. Oh my word! And oh yes, it was. And he got a fair hit from Gamma, and he went across the grass, and Gamma actually spun as well. So that is why Sean Grant had to go into the pits. Roker should make it 3 wide going into the first chicane. That's not going to work. And I mean, you could just see that was going to happen there. And Roker's collided with Sontag. Sontag's gone off. And Volker, and there is Sontag who's spun. I believe Roken has still got ahead of Volker, but Volker will be right behind him. And are they going to fuel into the end? 30 laps. Yep, that is going to the end, as I thought. So the one stop is on here for McLaren. Has this strategy failed them, or will it be a stroke of genius? As now Roker is right behind Sontag, and is he going to try and make a move? Sontag really forcing, and oh dear me, you could see that was going to happen. Another collision between the two coming into the first chicane, coming down the front straight, and will he make a stick? No, Mackenzie goes a little bit wide, and he rejoins in front of Glazebrook, and they've made contact, and they're out of the race, and any chance of points, but Glazebrook is out the window, and Mackenzie as well. You can see how wet the track now has become, and now here is where everyone is going to pit for wet tyres. Robert Ionescu comes in for his stop with, I believe, his broken front wing. Yuri Marta's in, Joseph Willows is in, Gal is in, as we look at all the cars coming in. As Joseph Willows comes out, he's had to wait for a few cars to go by, so that's not going to do his race any particular favour. And so, unfortunately for Gamba, that is going to be 0 points for him on the board, and that is going to promote Robert Ionescu up into the points, and a point which he valuably needs. But I think this point was what Gamba really needed as well. But Yuri Marta is showing he's still got it, and he comes down the front straight, and Yuri Marta is going to win the Italian Grand Prix. Congratulations to him.
Go, and it's a fantastic start for James Willows seemingly. I believe that's the Ferrari of Cuba who's got a good start up behind him there as well, so he's going into the corner. Alex Southgate in 7th position going into, so it seems to be nice single file racing, no crashing at the moment. Will Nella is going to try, but the McLaren now has got away from the Renault. He's going to look for a move maybe. Up the inside now goes Nella on Cuba, up the inside. Is he going to make it stick now? I think he has done, but this might actually open the pathway out for the McLaren driver. James Willows is off. Race leader James Willows is off. What's happened there? Will Nella has turned around as well. Will Nella up the inside, little clip there, and I think we saw a very similar thing in GP2 earlier on before this Grand Prix happened. So there we have it, as Will Nella there has gone off once again. So he's just gone off again. So was there contact there? I didn't exactly see, so we'll have to get another look at that. Southgate battling for P7 with his teammate, and as I mentioned it, some more poor driving there. So Alex Southgate has completely bottled it going through there. Actually a Lotus driver, that's just my force of habit. Oh! And the Williams has just gone into a standstill Renault, and lost a wheel from that situation. So everyone else is able to avoid it apart from the Williams. That's a surprising bit there. So Wolf there. James Willows, speaking of Willows, James Willows is out of this Grand Prix from I think it was P5 he was in now. So here we go, on board with Joe Willows, goes in deep again. Luckily he doesn't hit the wall there, but seemingly the drivers are being caught out left, right and centre, so you've got to question whether there's no grip out there, whether on the right compound of tyres. That's going to end in some serious damage, surely. I think he's lost a wheel. I do see a wheel bouncing down there. That's yellow flags, and that is a huge crash. Another absolutely major catastrophe there. Thompson's in the pits as we say that. Waze Cuba comes into the pits for, if I know it's coming onto the second pit stop, sorry, so Carl had pitted. That is my bad. So now Bryce is going to be coming out, I think maybe into the race lead. Let's see what happens. We're not going to get on board though. We're going to cut on board with Bryce. Bryce takes the race lead here from Waze Cuba. So he goes up the inside, and I'm not sure if there was space, but at the same time Bryce should have given him space there. That's Bryce's fault in my opinion, sorry. Oh Christ! Oh my God! Holy, oh Jesus Christ, Waze Cuba's out of this Grand Prix, and the Virgin Cosworth, I believe that is, has just completely killed the, well, race leader technically. Brian now, sorry, comes into the pits there, and that's now Qui-Gon and Ionescu who have made contact. There's also, the Lotus has lost a wheel, and I believe that's Ionescu who has also lost a wheel. Bryce now up the inside now to overtake a lapped car, Volcar into P2 there. So we'd have to talk about, was Ionescu in full control? This is it. Speaking of full control, Brian is out. Is lost control going through that set of corners. So we've got some serious poor driving going on. Whether the tyres are going off like Silverstone in 2013, he's now lost it going into that corner where we saw a Lotus go off. And has he been able to hold it? Oh, just avoids his teammate down into P5. Coming into the final few corners, Brian up the inside, he makes it stick, and Evan Bryan gets into the lead of this Grand Prix with just 3 corners to go. It's a fantastic move for Brian, and he wins the Turkish Grand Prix here. A fantastic performance. He has got him on the final few corners. It was nervy stuff, but he has done it.
And it's going for the final time here in Brazil. And who's got a good start between the two McLarens? It's Joseph Willows. Joseph Willows getting the start he needed. A fantastic start from the defending champion. Wanted to defend the championship this weekend. Yuri and Sontag side by side into turn 2. But Yuri managed to hang it around the outside. And it looks like everybody's got through the first couple of corners safely. As now looking down the inside of Mackenzie. Can he get it so close to contact there? And again there. And Nala moves up into 5th position. As now look at this. Rogue has a little big lock up from Sontag. Does that give her any opportunity? Yes, it does. Rogue slips down the inside and moves up into 3rd position. Sontag clearly struggling. He must be on a heavy fuel load as he's holding up a queue of cars at the moment, including his teammate. He wouldn't want to hold him up for too long as the two McLaren drivers are switching fastest laps on this lap. Meanwhile, a gaggle of cars going down into turn number 1. This isn't BTCC, lads. As Danny inside goes Boyman. Can he get 2 positions at once? Danny inside, he took James Wells and he's gone around the outside of Bryce. A fantastic move from Jack Boyman. Up into 7th place in the Williams. Now Nella flicking to the inside into the turn 1. Can Nella get the job done? And yes, he can. He had to do that. Nella moves up into 4th place at the expense of his teammate Felix Sontag. Oh, crash there between Mazia and one of the Super Guris. Whichever one that is, I do not know. I cannot tell. As Sontag was pushing into a mistake and there's a crash between Cuba and Sontag. Cuba is out of the race and Sontag's going to have to make a trip to the pit. Looking to the inside of the rope. Can he get 3rd off the BMW 7 at last? Down inside into turn number 4. Has he got the job done? Yes, he has. Nala moves up to 3rd. And now Nala's got 3 and then he crashed. Oh no! Will Nala, one of the championship contenders, is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And that is championship over for Will Nala. As Yuri Marta, one of the championship contenders, pits. This is interesting. He pits from 2nd. Is he able to get the undercut on Josie Willows? Let's see. Mackenzie's crashed it at the exact same corner as Will Nala. So Mackenzie is out of the race. George Rowe pits from 2nd place. Where's he get? He's going to hand 2nd to Yuri Marta, who is going to end up in the lead. Marta's down the pit straight. Has Marta done enough to leapfrog Joseph Willows into turn 1? There's Sontag, and he has. Marta takes the lead from Willows, so Yuri Marta leads the Brazilian Grand Prix from Joseph Willows. Meanwhile, we look at George Rowe. What's happened to him? He's understeered off. Down the inside, is Willows going to lead the race? Down the inside, and he's done it. Joseph Willows takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Marta having a little bit of luck. Ooh, so lucky. Meanwhile, James Wells has a little bit of oversteer through that corner and goes for a little bit of a 180. But luckily, he doesn't lose a position. As we look at Joseph Willows, who's now approaching turn number 1. And he's looking good for the championship at the moment, as long as he has no mistakes. In fact, he's making a mistake. I've got commentator's curse. Joseph Willows has crashed it. Joseph Willows has crashed it, and Marta's lost his front wing. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Has Joseph Willows just binned an opportunity to become a double world champion? Joseph needs to make sure that Marta finishes 3rd or lower to become a double world champion. If Marta finishes 2nd or higher, Marta will become the world champion. Martin moves up to 4th, but can it be 3rd? He's looking to the inside of Boyman. Can he get 3rd position? After Williams, down the inside. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Martin moves up to 3rd position. Price is in the pit. Martin moves up to 2nd. So it means at this rate, if it stays as it is, Yuri Marta will win the Drivers' Championship. The underdog going into this is going to take his first ever win in the series. In the final race of the championship, George Rogue wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. A fantastic race for him, a little bit of luck indeed. And here is the new world champion. Yuri Marta is the 2007 GP4 offline champion. Congratulations to him.
And we're on the raid. The British crowd roars as the cars go off the grid. And who's going to make the best start? The crowd cheering for Byrne, even though he may be Irish, but they'll still cheer for him nonetheless. He's close to English, but Volker keeps the lead coming through farm. So it was getting quite tight. There was debris flying. Although it looks like it was a collision between the two Williams drivers again. And all of James Willows came right onto the track there, and he's taken out the Sauber of Lucas Levi. It's absolutely destroyed his car. And a car, I think, just hit Levi's stricken car in the middle of the straight, and that was Robert Ionescu, I think it was. And Joseph Wills makes the move on the inside, and he makes the move stick. He's up into oh no, he's up into 4th, and unfortunately they just got a bit too close for comfort, and Gal spun there, and Soltov went off, and he dropped down to 7th, and he dropped behind Viggo Holst as well in the process. And that's a bad mistake there from Southgate in front of his home fans as well. That's not particularly what he wanted. But anyway, he spins out. And coming into Stowe, and there was a collision, wasn't there? And yes, there was. And Joseph Williams lost his front wing. Absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, it was just before the pits as they come round Stowe, and there was contact. And Michael Boccio, I think, has made contact, and he's out the race. And he goes wide there and onto the Astro, onto the grass, and he loses control of the car. And Evan Berner here is making an attempt for the lead as they come into Stowe, and is he going to make the move stick? And it's still side by side, and has Byrne kept it? And yes, he has, and Evan Byrne takes the lead. Let's see where he comes out on track. So Volker has obviously already gone past, so let's see when Volker comes in. I imagine he'll probably come in the next lap or two. So will Volker Volker will try the overcut and see if he can get back in front of Evan Byrne. There's Holst and Byrne, they're right behind each other. It's going to be very close, I think. Will he come out ahead, or will he come out behind? It's going to be very close indeed. And where is Volker? Has he come out the pits yet? And I don't see, where is he? He's come out behind Holst, but he's come out ahead of Evan Byrne. That is crucial, and the overcut has worked. And Byrne is going to try another move, and does he make it stick this time? And yes, he does. That could be very important for come the end of the race. As Byrne now tries to make a move into Holst. Is he going to make it stick now? And does he? The answer is he's sticking it around the outside, and I think he's done it, and yes, he has. And finally, Holst resistance is broken, and now Volker has the chance to try and get back past him as they come into Stowe. And there was contact, and Volker goes spinning like a record, baby. And he's somehow avoided any damage, but he is spun off the track. Now here is Joseph Willows now attacking Jane McKenzie for 5th place to try and get in the top 5. And he goes right round the outside, and he makes the move stick. Very well done there to Willows. He needs to recover after having those 2 spins early on. It's just not been his race so far. And, well, no, he won't be, as he's now going to pull off the track commentator's curse there. And unfortunately, he's got a problem. I believe it was a suspension failure. And you can see transmission and suspension failure, but Joseph Willows is out of the Grand Prix. And he spins coming into Brooklands. And that probably has now essentially cost him the chance, as he's in 9th at the moment, of getting any points if he wants to close up to Robert and Waze Cooper. Thompson has just done the exact same thing into Brooklands as Cooper has just done a lap before. And he's lost his front wing. He's come off the gravel and he's lost his front wing, so he'll have to pit. Will he try and do the outside? It's going to be tough to see, and it's going to be side by side. Is Gal going to make the move stick? And he's done it. What a move by Nicholas Gal to nav 3rd, as Holt's going to try and make a move back. I don't believe he has, and unfortunately for Holst, the one-stop strategy almost worked out for him, but unfortunately looks like a podium is going to be taken away from him on the last lap. That will be very, very unfair. He's already had one podium this season. Holst still wanted to get another one for Pulse India. As Evan Byrne comes down the pit straight, and Evan Byrne takes victory at the British Grand Prix. Congratulations to him.